Howdy cowdies, weekly walkabout the collector. We've got another timed online sale ready to go on invaluable.com. This is Aboriginal art, Asian art, bit of European stuff as well, and some objects also. All sorts of stuff. Going to be good fun. Starting tonight, hopefully, or going according to plan, ending on Sunday at about 7 o'clock. Lot number one, nice big Charlie Igali Japal Jari. Good big oil painting, nice big Aboriginal piece in good condition. Number two, Jutta Pust. Latvian artist that came out to Australia and painted. Nice impressionist, sort of modernist thing there with the figures fishing on the pier, and I like that guy in his green hat in the foreground looking up at him. Number three is a nice Balinese oil painting. And number four, Oriental watercolour gouache. Number five is by Werner Zollinger, 1939. We had this in another time sale a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't sell. Hopefully this time it does. This is nice, little European school oil painting there of a sea boat captain. It is signed, as you can see here, and dated 1935. It's also got remnants of an old label on the back. Looks to be Russian or Belarusian or something like that. Interesting thing. Kind of like this oil painting. Jan Andriksen, Latvian artist, went to Canada and then ended up in Australia painting. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but there was someone from Latvia with that name who was an Olympic ice skater. Lot number 8 is the Mabel Lister. It's a lovely watercolour of an Eastern market scene, signed and dated 1920 lower right. Number 9, Alfred Fisher, British etching. Lot number 10 is a nice John Thorley watercolour, another British artist. Nice example. A little Aboriginal oil here. Lot number 11, no details on it. Number 12 is a couple of nice kimonos, kimono jackets. This is nice. I like this little one with the red umbrellas, the big long kimono. This little red one's only a short one in front. Oriental watercolour there of some mountains. Number 14 is another watercolour and gouache of a warrior. This is a nice little woodblock print. Lot number 15, I just can't remember who the artist is. I like this, the little sort of woven tribal satchel there with all the seashell adornments, featuring a man with all little sea creatures, kind of like the little crab having a go. I reckon it's kind of cool. Number 17, little Thai woodblock print. There's details in pencil, but about all you can make out is Bangkok. It looks to be 1974. This little El Kaufler woodblock print. Interesting little bit from the 1930s. Number 19 is a lovely big Charles Pellegrin, sort of French classical still life oil. Really nice example. Number 20, another little etching, I think it's French as well. Eric de Saussure. I think he was a priest or something like that. This is a great little sort of village scene with all sorts of things sort of happening. 21, another little oil painting. This one looks to be Indian. Probably the Himalayas, I'd be thinking. There's a framing label on the back from Bombay. 22, another nice little Japanese happy coat, quilted. Looks to be small for a kid. Number 23 is a nice big Leanne Reid Wanjidari watercolour or mixed media on paper. Number 24 is a nice big Japanese watercolour on silk of irises. Not that you can see with that bloody reflection. Everything like, oh, there we go. A little bit of water damage down the bottom. It's a lovely thing. It's got a lot of age to it. Number 25, we've got another little Indian watercolour. It's quite large actually, of a couple sort of being serenaded. Number 26, Japanese gouache. S. Yamamura. It looks to be signed. Couldn't find out much about the artist, but it's quite an interesting thing. Bit of Japanese modernism. Number 27, European oil as well, sort of autumn scene. Signed bottom right here and dated 1932. This is a nice decorative sort of modernist oil of a couple interior. Once again, signed lower left. Number 29, this is a nice European thing as well by Van der Velde. 1924, it's like a pastel and sort of gouache watercolour, mixed media, sort of gossips in the town square or something like that. Number 30 is a Walter Follen Bishop watercolour, really pretty, typical. 31, suite of 3 Rhonda Nichols, oil paintings, Aboriginal weapons. They're all signed and dated 1999. Lot number 32. Another nice little Indian watercolour here of a girl sitting by the lily pond with a little peacock. 33 are the sort of Japanese silhouette panels. Really like these, featuring sort of women samurais. Another little artist unknown Aboriginal oil painting there. Lovely colours. No details to tell us any information though. It's a bit difficult. This one's another one. Under glass. This is a little Doreen MacArthur. Details on the back of that one. Kind of like it actually. At 37, it's a lovely little British watercolour. Really well handled, really well painted. There is signed with initials lower left. I'll try and sort of get you in there. It looks to be SJ. But really well painted, gouache as well as watercolour. And this is another lovely British thing again. It's unsigned. It's a bit earlier than the last one. Lot 39, big Aboriginal oil painting there with no details on the back other than an ink stamp from the Ochre Fine Art Gallery, I think up in the Kimberley or something like that. Lionel Hinwood, South African modernist, 1981, lovely big cubist piece. Gondola and sails. Lot 41, little Balinese watercolour it looks to be, a bit unusual. Signed M.L. Manichi. Oriental embroidery on silk, really quite nice again. Lot 43 is looks to be a modern Japanese woodblock print. Signed, all character marks sort of in pencil on margin and dated 2006. These are a nice set of 3 Japanese watercolours. Once again, all signed character marks and stamps. Lot 45 is a lovely big Japanese sort of inlaid and lacquered box. 46 is a nice Oriental scroll featuring a sort of dragon chasing the orb. 47 is another one featuring a sort of Western looking girl with bright red lipstick. Really cool thing. There is images of all this stuff on the website. And on Invaluable as you're bloody bidding on the stuff. Lot number 48 is a really nice little British watercolour. Again, looks to be Gibraltar. 49, little European school oil painting there. Lot 50, another British school piece. Lot 51 is a little Aboriginal oil painting. It's just marked Napaljarri on the back. I think this is Ron Dacres or Robert Dacres, British Impressionist oil. I kind of like that. 53 is a nice little woodblock print. 54 is a big Dali etching. Signed lower right. There's also sort of an embossed mark lower left. Certificate on the back. Gloria Vanderbilt, big modern American piece. Really great colours, great image. 56 is a nice Thomas Bush Hardy watercolour, typical with sort of a coastal scene with boats, fishing boats and people and stuff. Lot 57 is a Leslie Stanley Aboriginal oil painting, really quite nice with a barramundi. Lot 58, Simon Jangala, another good Aboriginal piece. Lot 59 is a couple of bits of Japanese 1930s ceramic. This little dish is cute with a little sort of orange trees. 60 is a nice Japanese watercolour from the 30s, signed lower left. 61 is a suite of 3 Japanese woodblock prints. 62, a nice little etching by Lewis Thompson, Foggy Day. 63, another Aboriginal oil painting, signed D.H. Ganambar, lower right there. It's missing a little bit of paints coming off as you can see, but quite nice. There's a lovely story on the back. Lot 64, little Eastern engraved brass plate, which looks to have a fair bit of age. Lot 65 is a nice Indian gouache. 66, Edward Cherry, British etching. Lot 67 is a nice Japanese watercolour. I'll try and get you a better picture. It's a bit hard, but it's lovely with the sunset and the boats. 68 is a nice little Japanese woodblock print. I've just forgotten who the artist is. 69 is an original Jericho screen print, or sorry, colour litho exhibition poster, 1975. Lot 70, nice Balinese carving, really quite nice actually, from the sort of 1970s. Interesting Inuit woodblock print. Louis Ika etching. Salvador Dali sterling silver Easter plate. Aboriginal Woomera, boomerang. Hazel Morton, Lucky Morton. Nice little bronze sort of lacquerware and inlaid vase, which has been a presentation piece. There's details on the back. Noritake nut bowls, kind of quite nice with that pinky purple glaze. Little Chinese money bank. Japanese Satsuma Buddha. This little Japanese vase is quite nice. A bit different with that sort of fluted ridge down the front there and the nice little sort of spiral handle. Little paper or little sticker there. Japanese watercolour of Mount Fuji. Lovely watercolour this is, of soldiers sort of reconnoitring or something. Sweet little sort of carved mother of pearl panel. Once again, it's got a fair bit of age. A little Buddha bust, a little woodblock print there. And we've got a nice little bronze Buddha, little cricket cage, Japanese sterling silver vase or goblet, whichever way you whatever you're going to use it for. A lovely Chinese Buddha, I think he's Chinese. Indian brass, or bronze, sorry, another Indian bronze. These are interesting little sort of carved wooden netskis. Japanese awaji art pottery. Famille Rose China or Chinese plates, really quite nice. Lovely colours again. The big crackle glazed vase is nice as well. A lovely big bit of Chinese ceramic. Another nice little bit, all hand painted. The temple dogs are pretty cool. There's another nice little Indian bronze. That little vase is a bit interesting as well. Anyway, guys, that'll sort of do. You know me, I could ramble on for another half an hour, but that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. If not, we'll try better next time. Stay safe and everything, guys. We'll be back in action doing live sales again pretty soon, by the way. Hopefully sooner than later. Take care. See you around like a missile.